Welcome back to WION World is One. You're watching Speed News with me, Vidur Kathuria. Let's get started. Hundreds of protesters gathered at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. to mark the first anniversary of Donald Trump's re-election as U.S. president. The rally, dubbed Trump Must Go, featured protesters dressed in symbolic costumes including Lady Liberty and voiced their opposition to Trump's presidency, chanting "Trump must go now" and expressing concerns about his policies and perceived authoritarianism. New York mayoral election winner Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani said that he was ready to engage with his arch critic, President Donald Trump, on the issue of cost of living. Mamdani put the high cost of living, impact of inflation, and elevated grocery expenses at the heart of his campaign. During his press briefing, he joked that the White House hasn't reached out to congratulate him. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has announced that he will mandate a 10% reduction in flights at 40 major U.S. airports starting Friday, unless the federal government shutdown ends. The shutdown, now in its 36th day and the longest in U.S. history, has forced 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 Transportation Security Administration agents to work without pay. This has worsened staff shortages, caused widespread flight delays, and extended lines at airport security screenings. While the government did not name the 40 airports affected, the cuts were expected to hit the 30 busiest airports, including those serving New York City, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Dallas. This would reduce as many as 1,800 flights and over 268,000 airline seats. According to aviation analytics firm Cirium, the move is aimed at taking pressure off air traffic controllers. Hundreds of people are lining up for food donations in California due to the U.S. government shutdown. The shutdown has halted federal agencies, putting welfare programs, including food aid, at risk. Republicans and Democrats are in a disagreement in Congress over an extension of federal funding, but Democrats have balked, demanding that any federal funding plan should also include an extension of enhanced health insurance subsidies, which are set to expire. The U.S. has test-fired a Minuteman III Intercontinental Ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. The unarmed missile traveled approximately 4,200 miles to the Ronald Reagan Ballistic Missile Defense Test Site in the Marshall Islands, demonstrating its long-range strike capability. This test comes days after President Donald Trump urged the military to restart nuclear weapons testing for the first time in 30 years, sparking debate over U.S. nuclear policy and arms control. Shortly after the U.S. test-fired an intercontinental ballistic missile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered his top officials to prepare for possible nuclear tests. The death toll from the cargo plane crash in Kentucky has risen to 12. The cargo plane caught fire on Tuesday and crashed shortly after takeoff from Louisville International Airport, bound for Honolulu. Investigators are looking into the cause of the accident, with preliminary indications suggesting one engine caught fire and detached during takeoff. Israel has received the body of another hostage from Gaza, with the Red Cross confirming the handover as part of the ongoing ceasefire agreement with Hamas. The remains, believed to be of a deceased hostage, were transported to Tel Aviv's Forensic Institute for identification ahead of the announcement. Hamas had returned the remains of 21 hostages to Israel under the terms of the ceasefire that began on October 10. If confirmed, this would mark the 22nd deceased hostage return, with 6 remaining. Krasnoyarsk, also known as Pokrovsk in Donetsk, is witnessing fierce fighting. Russia claims to have thwarted Ukrainian attempts to break through the encirclement, repelling 12 counterattacks and gaining control of 24 buildings. The Ukrainian military, however, disputes this, stating they repelled 52 Russian attacks on the Pokrovsk front. Earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky inspected the front lines, saying Russia had been forced to push back its deadline for taking control of the strategic city. Argentine President Javier Milei has sworn in his spokesman Manuel Adorni as the new chief of staff in Buenos Aires, a key move aimed at relaunching his administration following his significant victory in the recent midterm legislative elections. Milei is planning further team changes and intends to use his strengthened position to build cross-party agreements with governors and other political forces. Adorni's appointment officially signals a second stage of Milei's government focused on structural reforms, including labor, tax and penal code changes that the president will now push to advance in Congress, despite not yet securing a majority. Protesters gathered in Rio de Janeiro's South Zone to denounce the deadly police operation in the Penha and Alemão favelas, which left at least 121 people dead. The demonstration, organized by social movements, unions and lawmakers, marched towards the Palacio Guanabara, the official residence of Claudio Castro, Rio's governor. The protest comes amid growing public outrage over police violence in Rio's favelas, with activists describing the recent operation as the deadliest in the city's history. Demonstrators demanded accountability from the local government and an end to military incursions into favelas. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has launched a fierce new attack on the country's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir, calling him the most oppressive dictator in the country's history. Khan stated that Munir's rule is marked by unprecedented tyranny and that he would stop at nothing to maintain power. The statement comes as the government prepares to table the controversial Constitutional Amendment 27, widely seen as a move to consolidate military power. In India, voting is underway in Bihar's 121 constituencies, with over 37.5 million voters deciding the fate of 1,314 candidates, including prominent leaders like Tejasvi Yadav, Samrat Chaudhary and Vijay Kumar Sinha. This phase is crucial for the Mahagathbandhan alliance, which won 63 of these seats in 2020, while the ruling BJP and Janata Dal United won 55. The election is seen as a significant test for the NDA and grand political alliances, with the result expected to shape Bihar's political landscape. SpaceX has launched 29 Starlink satellites into orbit using a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. This mission saw the use of the first stage booster, demonstrating SpaceX's reusable rocket technology. After liftoff, the Falcon 9 rocket first staged returned to Earth, splashing down safely in the Atlantic Ocean. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has strongly criticised leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi for his remarks on the Indian Army. He said that the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha was trying to create anarchy by demanding a reservation in the army. Rajnath Singh emphasized that soldiers have only one religion and that the army should not be politicized. The controversy began when Gandhi stated that the Indian Army is under the control of 10% of the country's population, apparently referring to the dominance of upper castes in the institution. Singh responded by saying that while the BJP supports reservations, the army should be kept above politics. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un led a state funeral for the country's longtime ceremonial head of state, Kim Yong-nam, who died this week at the age of 97. Kim Jong-un and senior officials from a 100-member funeral committee joined family members as Kim Yong-nam, unrelated to the ruling Kim family, was buried at the Patriotic Martyrs Cemetery in Pyongyang. The North's official Korean Central News Agency reported state media images showed mourning citizens bowing along the street as a car carrying Kim Yong-nam's flag-draped coffin and a large portrait drove towards the cemetery, where Kim Jong-un and other senior officials waited at the entrance. Typhoon Kalmaegi moved away from the Philippines, leaving 114 dead, at least 127 missing, and affecting over 1.95 million people, according to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. More than 560,000 displaced individuals have taken shelter in evacuation centers. The typhoon's torrential rains triggered widespread flooding in 115 areas, damaging over 1,200 houses and 75 public facilities, including hospitals and schools. Infrastructure has suffered severe damage, with electricity supply disrupted in 156 municipalities and communications affected in 10 municipalities. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. declared a state of emergency and relief efforts are underway. Google Maps is rolling out a new Gemini-powered update, introducing a hands-free conversational driving experience. The tech giant first began adding AI features to Maps last year, but the latest update takes it further by bringing Gemini into route planning and navigation. With Gemini, users can now ask the AI assistant to find places along their route, check for available EV chargers, or share their estimated arrival time with friends, all without touching their phones. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has warned that China is set to surpass the US in the artificial intelligence race, according to a report by the Financial Times. Speaking at an AI summit, Wang said China is nanoseconds behind America in AI, adding that the US must race ahead and win developers worldwide. Wang previously said that the US could win the AI battle if the global developer community, including China's massive base, continues to build on NVIDIA systems. He also expressed frustration that Beijing has effectively shut the company out of its market, even as access to advanced NVIDIA chips remains a flashpoint in the tech rivalry between the two nations. The Motion Picture Association has issued a cease and desist letter to Meta objecting to its use of filters inspired by the PG-13 movie rating system for under 18 users on Instagram. The trade body said Meta's claim that its filters align with the PG-13 standards is false and highly misleading, as the platform's automated systems do not follow the curated process used for film ratings. In a letter to Meta's chief legal officer, Jennifer Newstead, the trade body asked the company to stop using the PG-13 mark and disassociate its teen accounts and AI tools from the rating system. The association warned that Meta's unauthorized use of the certification could undermine public trust in the PG-13 movie rating system. French authorities have launched an investigation into online retailer Shein over alleged rule breaches, including claims that minors could access pornographic content through its marketplace. The move follows reports from a consumer watchdog that childlike sex dolls were being sold on the platform, prompting Finance Minister Roland Lescure to warn of a possible countrywide ban. Shein's spokesperson for France, Quentin Rafat, said the company is fully cooperating with investigators and has already banned the offending products. He confirmed the dolls had been on sale since 16th October and said Shein is in the process of sacking all the offending vendors from the platform. As part of the Google for India initiative, the tech giant has launched a new program called Startup School, Prompt to Prototype, a 2-week intensive training program for early-stage AI startups in India. The program aims to help founders turn ideas into working AI prototypes using Google's latest technologies. Participants will get access to Google's generative AI tools like Gemini, Nano Banana, Imagine, VEO, Notebook, LM and AI Studio, along with expert mentorship and product training. A group of 24 U.S. House Democratic lawmakers has asked Delta Air Line CEO Ed Bastian to clarify whether the airline plans to use generative AI to set ticket prices or not. The lawmakers expressed concern that Delta could use AI for individualized surveillance-based price discrimination, potentially hiking fares based on personal data or online behavior. Meanwhile, Delta said that there is no fare product Delta has ever used, is testing, or plans to use that targets customers with individualized offers based on personal information or otherwise. Asian stocks bounced back on Thursday after strong U.S. services sector data showed a healthy pickup in October, helping alleviate concerns about overvaluation in equity markets. The rise in U.S. data led to a surge in Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi, while broader Asia-Pacific equities experienced modest gains. Investors reacted to new AI-linked listings in Hong Kong and weakness in regional tech shares. China's autonomous driving firm Veride fell about 8% in its trading debut after raising over $300 million, sparking concerns over investor appetite for AI startups. Investors are cautious, keeping an eye on key macro data and how central banks respond to this sharper than expected growth. The U.S. service sector picked up speed in October as new orders surged, signaling steady economic activity despite ongoing uncertainty from trade tensions and the federal shutdown. The Institute for Supply Management's non-manufacturing PMI rose to 552.4, which is above expectations. However, employment remained subdued, marking the fifth straight month of contraction. Weak export orders and tariff pressures continued to dampen business confidence, while input prices rose at a moderate pace. Economists say companies are slowing hiring amid uncertainty and the adoption of artificial intelligence, even as demand for services remains solid. Saudi Aramco has lowered its official selling price for crude oil destined for Asia in December, reducing the premium on its flagship grade to just $1 per barrel above the Oman-Dubai benchmark, the first price cut after holding steady in November. The move comes as the OPEC Plus alliance agreed to increase oil output earlier this month and paused further hikes in the first quarter of 2026, amid worries about a global oversupply. Analysts view the pricing shift as a clear signal that Saudi Arabia is becoming more cautious, reflecting softening demand and growing competition in Asia's energy market. Oil prices remained flat on Thursday. In tennis, Amanda Anisimova has reached the last four of the WTA finals by beating world number 2 Iga Swiatek. The American earned her second consecutive victory over Swiatek since losing to the six-time Grand Slam champion 6-love in the Wimbledon final this year. The fourth seed had also eliminated Swiatek in the US Open quarterfinals. Swiatek claimed the opening set, but Anisimova got the first break of serve in the contest to take the second set and force a decider. Anisimova was dominant in the third set and won the match 6-7, 6-4, 6-2. Entertainment news now. Music maestro A.R. Rahman has announced the launch of a new all-women musical ensemble named Ruh-e-Noor, meaning Soul of Light. Formed under Rahman's KM Music audio label, the six-member vocal group is led by his daughter Khatija Rahman and aims to highlight the transformative power of women's voices. Ruh-e-Noor is set to make its world premiere at the Tanweer Festival in Sharjah, UAE on November 21st. The annual Academy Women's Luncheon saw a gathering of Hollywood's most influential figures at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. Actors Kristen Stewart delivered a powerful keynote speech urging women in film to maintain solidarity, reject tokenism, and embrace the next generation of female filmmakers. Notable attendees at the event including actors Tessa Thompson, Kate Hudson, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Claire Foy, Kerry Condon, and Emma Mackey attended, alongside director Patty Jenkins. The Golden Globes have announced that Helen Mirren will be the recipient of the prestigious Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2026. The award event will be honoring her outstanding contributions to the world of entertainment. The three-time Golden Globe winner and Oscar-winning actress will be presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award during a new annual primetime special called Golden Eve, which is scheduled for January 8, 2026. Global stars and political leaders converged in Rio for the Prince of Wales' Earthshot Prize ceremony. Pop icon Kylie Minogue and Canadian singer Shawn Mendes were among the performers, along with Brazilian star Gilberto Gil. The event marked the first time a sitting UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, attended the awards, joining Prince William, who delivered the keynote speech. That's it on this edition of Speed News. News and updates will continue on the other side of this short break. Keep watching WION World is One.